Hey guys, it's George here with the New Fury. I'm here at Rock on the Road with 10 years, same with Jesse.
What's up, guys?
So you guys have been touring a lot since the release of Minus the Machine. How's that going?
We've about toured ourselves to the bone on it. It came out in 2012. We're sitting in 2014, so we're actually kind of off the road in between. We'll come out and play a few shows here and there, like this one, doing only like a little week run. But we're working on new music for another album, so hopefully you guys will see and hear that soon.
Yeah. And I saw that you guys recently played Soundwave.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you guys get to catch some bands?
It was completely nostalgic because what were they like? I can't even remember I'm gonna guess there were roughly about 80 something bands.
Yeah.
There were 7 stages, and all the stages had an A and B, so there were 14 stages.
Wow.
And bands from like Living Color that started way earlier all the way up to like more current, like Black Velvet Rides and A Day to Remember. So it was all kinds of mesh of these different bands and different sounds, and there was still such a cool like camaraderie to all the backstage and respect amongst musicians, which was really cool. And then you get to sort of see a side stage or backstage angle on some of the bands that you really look up to, which was really cool.
That's awesome. And so what's the craziest thing that's happened to you guys while being on tour?
I mean, we got stuck in Russia. We did a little tour over in Russia, and we got stuck over there, and because somebody messed up our visas, and we kind of had to. Sorry, Russia, I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but we kind of had to pay them cash under the table in their currency to fix our visas for a day, and had to like fly from Russia to Paris. Stayed in Paris for like 16 hours. It ended up taking 48 hours to get home.
Wow.
Like sleeping in the subways, just it was like the TV show The Great Race or whatever. It felt like that. Like you had to get to the next checkpoint and go again.
Oh yeah.
That one was pretty fun, or not, but
yeah. Well, with you guys recently switched over to Palehorse.
Yeah.
How was the transition from Universal?
Well, I mean, Universal helped us out a lot to kickstart our career and really put us out to the world. And the thing about major labels, big labels, is it's big money, big business, and they're going to push it hard. And there can be pros and cons to that, because the pro is you're going to have a lot of exposure. The con is they're going to want you to conform to whatever is popular at the moment. And we had a good run with them, and we just got to a point where we had creative differences, and we didn't want to have to feel like we were creating music to keep up with the popularity contest. We wanted to make music for us, for the inspiration, the passion of life, you know, and not having to worry about keeping up with what's current and where you sit on the charts and this and that, and just sort of go back to why we started doing it to begin with, and that's just to write from the heart.
Do you think a lot more bands are going to start doing that? Just kind of.
Well, the power of the internet has really allowed. It all depends on your idea of what success is, but the power of the internet has allowed a lot of bands to reach people without having to have major push or major labels. You can, this day and age, you don't have to have a major label's massive budget to cram your music down everyone's throats. You can just, if it's good music and you've worked hard on it, and everybody's like on the same page, and you gotta take your passion, you gotta treat it professional, and you gotta present it professional. But with the internet, you can really reach a lot of people on your own. So that's why we felt comfortable going to Palehorse and doing our own thing, because we have fans that have always been loyal, and we can still reach who we need to reach. And the mainstream is taking a different turn. It's a little more dancey right now. So rock music is kind of underground, but it's okay, because bands there's still a career in it.
Yeah.
It's just a little more work, a little more underground.
And do you guys think you're going to stick with Palehorse for the rest of your releases?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason, at least with 10 years. I mean, there's just, we're 4 major releases in, we have a couple independents, so we're getting ready to work on our 5th record. So we've kind of gone through all that, the growing pains and the ups and the downs. And the smaller you keep your business, the more control you have over your business. The bigger your business gets, the bigger employees, staff happens. Like, you have to hire people out, and then if you want some sort of simple change, it has to go. It's like the game of telephone in school. You whisper it in someone's ear, by the time it gets back, it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
And if you keep your business smaller, it's much easier to manage. And, yeah, so with that, we're kind of happy with our in-house sort of DIY way of doing things.
Nice. And so, what do you guys like to do for fun outside of the band? I know you guys have a bunch of different hobbies.
Yeah, everybody's a little bit different. Some of the guys, I think one or two of them play golf. One of them used to be a big-time tennis player. He had a scholarship to college. He let that go so he could pursue music. I grew up doing artwork. I still like to do artwork and sculpt and paint and draw. And skateboarding, I still skate. I won't give that up no matter what age I am. The wrist thing. But old habits die hard. But yeah, it keeps me young at heart. I still go to the skate park and skate and stuff. And then music, you know. But like when you play 5 shows a week and you go home and you get off the road after being out for over a year, you kind of want to do anything but music for a minute.
And I saw that one of your fans recently passed away on a motorcycle accident. Would you like to talk about how you guys are helping out with that? So you're auctioning off the screen? Yeah,
we're really, I mean, our fans are so cool, and they've supported us through all of our changes, all of our sound changes, business changes, member changes, and whenever something like that happens, we kind of reach out to our fans to keep us in touch with what's really going on, because they know them in a personal level, and they know sort of how to go about helping out. And when they reach out to us, anything we can do, we sort of will donate things and give back however we can, and let them take it and auction it. Because they're the ones that are in contact directly with the families and stuff. And man, life is it's a short thing, and you can't take it for granted, and you gotta live it in the moment, you know. And so many people in auto accidents, it's the quickest. It's like that. So I mean, send out all my regards, but we always try to do what we can to help out our fans through the ups and the downs.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, what inspired you guys to do the Live and Unplugged album?
It was just kind of a last minute thing. We were in Knoxville, our hometown, just a couple hours from here, and our manager had asked if we'd ever done an evening where we just opened for ourselves, and no, not really. We've always just done the Dirty Rock show every time, but we write a lot of our songs starting on acoustic, and we've done a lot of acoustic things here and there, maybe 3-4 songs. So we were like, well, we'll do a little bit more of an undertaking, and one of the guys had a connection to some like classically trained like people that they play cello, bass, violin, and we took a minute to sort of write the part, or let them write the parts and work with them, and it was just a last minute little thing we threw together, and we knew, because we had a whole different set of musicians behind us playing it on strings, that we wanted to record it. So our drummer brought down his recording stuff and hooked it into the board. And then after I was so nervous, like, because you can hide behind rock guitars and big drums and stuff, but it's a lot more intimate with the strings and the acoustic and stuff. But after we listened back to it, it was such a cool vibe and a cool moment that like man, we should release this. This is something special, you know. And it sort of went from there. And then after that, we decided to just go ahead, and we'd never done a full-fledged acoustic tour, and we did a leg 1 and a leg 2, sort of broken up of a few months. I think it was about 3-4 months total, and it blew us away. The support we got from our fans, and to do something new and tread on new water that was sort of a little scary, because we'd done the same old rock and roll show forever. But then after we'd done it all, and we'd gotten towards the end, we're like, man, that is such a cool thing for us to go through and experience, and for our fans to experience and support and really embrace what we do, because music is emotion. There's ups and downs on our records, and the acoustic side, it's a little more singer-songwriter, intimate, and I felt like that it really did a good job of portraying that.
Yeah, it was a great album. So, you said you guys have started the new album. Are there any details you could give us on that?
It's pretty much in its infancy, in a sense. Like it's just riffs and ideas bouncing back and forth. Nothing has been officially recorded. It's the writing process. So we always try to challenge ourselves to never do the same record twice.
Yeah.
We'll go heavier, we'll go lighter, we'll be a little more experimental. But our goal is just to be proud of it and be emotional with it, and try to, after this many songs and this many records, the last thing for me vocally, I really am hard on myself about not kind of ripping myself off of doing the same. I could write a record really simply, like vocally, but I want to challenge myself and try to do things I haven't done before.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Hopefully that's what it'll turn out to be.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're still deep in the science lab with it.
Well, do you still find yourself struggling with stage fright at all?
It's funny, man. It'll hit you out of nowhere. It's like sometimes I'm like cool with it. It's just weird because I'm a pretty laid back dude, and I'm not really like a big social butterfly like in crowds and stuff. But this many years later, I've found like some sort of comfortable place to be with it. But out of nowhere, as a vocalist, it's such a I guess a fragile, honest thing. It's not like, okay, your guitar's in tune, your drum head's a bit replaced. Like your vocals can just, especially have allergies. Like if I have allergies, like there's something weird, and then you get in your own head and you're like, am I gonna suck? And I've learned to just sort of let it go. And there's something to be said about, especially this day and age with technology, to just be human and be honest. And if you're nervous and you're sort of like getting in your own head, close your eyes and remember why you do it, and feel it. And when you can do that, it doesn't matter if there are 10 people in front of you or 10,000 people in front of you. And I think the crowd can feel that.
Yeah.
That's sort of my safe go. That's my safety net.
That's awesome. Well, those are all the questions we had for you. Do you have anything you want to say to your fans?
I can't thank you enough for a long, long career of support. So we hope to keep giving you more that you'll enjoy and support. So thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.